So I'd like to begin with saying we appreciate the letter you sent us about the Disaster Recovery Fund on January 10th. I guess the issue with us is it's taking so long to get this money, and we have sent a lot of back and forth with the administration. We actually have files here that Jerry can show you after the meeting or send to you at some time with the information that amount of time that we've spent working on these final 5 projects. And just as a matter of interest, we received an email from your administration stating that they paid the city of Grand Prairie $2.5 million on October 30th, 2020, because they kept badgering them for this money. And this was out of projects that we had paid for. So just in some relation, like we appreciate your time with Minister MacGyver, but maybe he's not aware of the amount of time it has taken us. And to our community, like 2.6 is huge.
Yeah.
And especially like with the opportunity costs of losing the 600,000 as well over the past 2 years, and the resource time that our administration, we're like a 2-man show. So Jerry has put a lot of overtime into this. So we truly appreciate that, and maybe we can send you some information that you could take to the administration there.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. You mind if I take off my mask when I'm answering
No,
the question?
no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I appreciate. I spoke to the minister in passing about this earlier today, knowing that we were having a conversation. What I'm going to do is continue to follow up with him, because I think you guys understand the workload that goes into the literally forensic accounting that you need to do to appease the DRP.
Yeah.
Being a provincial federal split program, it is onerous work, and it becomes a cash flow problem for a lot of municipalities, and an opportunity cost too. And you guys bear that cost up front. So it doesn't bring you any consolation to let you know that you're not alone in this. Paddle Prairie has brought this up, Mackenzie County has brought this up, Northern Lights has brought this up with the Battle Complex fire that happened just before Chuckegg, right? So smaller amounts, but I mean, still something that becomes an issue for rural municipalities. So I'm very happy to bring it up to the minister personally and see if they can have the emergency management agency work to try and keep it moving quickly.
I realize that unless you have your fingers in there, you really don't know how much work goes into it. So,
yeah,
you know, and we, because we're so small, we know how much time Jerry and the predecessor have spent on these files. No. So, and it takes away time from other financial things that need to go on here.
Sure.
Thanks.
I will, obviously the letters are help in a formal channel, but informally I'll speak to the minister as well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
Sorry, on that same topic though, I think, because the letter that we received, you know, encouraged us to keep working with the process and the DRP on these outstanding projects. But is it my understanding correct that we have provided every single piece of information that has been asked of us? So to receive letters back stating to still work with these projects, it's almost like, and correct me if I'm wrong, we're waiting for something, not the GOA waiting for something from us, correct?
Madam Mayor and Council, yes, that's correct. So I came into this process September of 2020, and at that time we had 4 projects out of the 5 already at their initial submission stage. In July of 2021, it was confirmed 2 of the projects. There was no additional information when we did follow-up. September, for the 3rd project, there was no additional information needed. There was 2 projects that had a few reviews going back and forth, but they have all the information, and I know there is a lot of scans and a lot of information involved in these projects. We're looking at one project is $2.3 million. But at the end of the day, my conversations that I've had with the case managers and administration is they want to get this closed off. They are bringing on more people to do the reviews, but still we're waiting. The projects that have been under the peer review and the final review is going on over 6 months just for the smaller projects to even go towards the payments that we have outstanding. So we're looking at an estimated final payment of $2.6 million, and all these projects have been submitted in 2020. And I understand the work that goes into it. Carolyn Zenko, my predecessor prior to me, and myself, and the additional staff that we had working on it, there is a lot of work, but it seems like every time we had the conversations, it's like, what more information do you need? We have put in the initiation for it, and we just haven't really received any sort of final status.
I'll say I don't doubt that you guys have submitted everything, that you are waiting on the government to respond. If a letter implied otherwise, of course I can look into that, but it would not at all surprise me, given that your situation is similar, if not the exact same, to these other bodies, Métis Settlement and municipalities. So I think it really is incumbent upon me to follow up with the minister's office to try and move it along. It is sadly a slow process. I'm going to be honest, I do not understand why. The best understanding I have is that it's that, like I said, forensic level of accounting, and they're going through this in a very nuanced way. But I still think that that doesn't change the fact that you guys bear a very large cost, that it becomes a cash flow and an opportunity cost problem. And Jan, it's not lost on me. Like the letter seems like it's missing the mark, I know. I'm sure they send out a lot of these letters because there are a lot of disasters and they're behind on getting everyone their money back.
Perhaps we could throw this one at the red tape reduction.
I was thinking, actually, while she was speaking, I saw scissors cross my.
No, thank you.
I'd just like to add to this. I mean, I know in the past, some of the major incidents like Slave Lake and Fort McMurray, that money has flowed a lot quicker in those incidents. Now, I know there were bigger incidents and there was major impacts to the communities, but within a year, we were spending money for recovery and mitigation. So there seems to be something.
Yeah, I don't know the timing of the other ones. Very well could be the case. But I think I got like clear direction. Your guys' desires to see this happen sooner. I'm happy to bring this up with the minister.
I'm glad.